Gang Green Nation. It's time for a serious reality check. After 2 years of pushing all their chips in, the New York Jets are now facing the harsh consequences of their win-now mentality. The dream of bringing a Lombardi trophy back to New York, crushed. The Aaron Rodgers experiment, a failure of historic proportions. And now, with a new head coach in Aaron Glenn and a first-time GM in Darren Maugi, the Jets are staring down a brutal offseason of difficult decisions, salary cap constraints, and an uncertain future at quarterback. And let's be real, this is not what Jets fans were promised. Remember when we were told this team was just a quarterback away, that all it took was Aaron Rodgers and a couple of key free agent signings to turn this franchise into a legitimate Super Bowl contender? Instead, the team sacrificed 2 second-round picks for 5 total wins, and now they're left with a roster in shambles and a cap situation that ranks among the worst in the league. Players like C.J. Mosley, Greg Zuerlein, and even Davante Adams could be on their way out as cap casualties. The offensive line is in flux, and the tight end position is a question mark. So what now? Do the Jets go full rebuild? Do they chase a pipe dream like tanking for Arch Manning in 2026? Or is there a way to keep this team competitive while retooling for the future? One thing is clear, the Jets need help on offense, particularly at wide receiver. Garrett Wilson is a star, but without a legitimate field-stretching threat, defenses will continue to key in on him. The dream scenario would be landing T. Higgins in free agency, but with his price tag likely north of $100 million, that's simply not in the Jets' budget. A more realistic option? Marquise Brown. He's coming off an injury-plagued season, but when healthy, he brings the kind of speed this offense desperately needs. And at an estimated $8 million per year, he's a much more affordable option than Slayton or Higgins. And then there's the quarterback situation, something that has haunted this franchise since Joe Namath walked off the field in Super Bowl III. Aaron Rodgers is gone, and there is no savior waiting in the wings. The Jets have Tyrod Taylor under contract, but they need another arm in the room. The problem? They're picking 7th overall in a draft, where the top quarterbacks will likely be long gone. That means looking at mid-round projects, like Jackson Dart or Quinn Ewers, neither of whom is ready to start immediately. So what's the move? Believe it or not, Cooper Rush might be the answer. He's not flashy, but he's steady, takes care of the football, and can serve as a bridge quarterback while the Jets figure out their long-term plan. And with a price tag of just $5 million for 1 season, he's a low-risk option that could stabilize this offense. The bottom line? The Jets are in a tough spot, and there are no easy answers. But one thing is certain. This team needs to stop living in a fantasy world and start making smart long-term decisions. And that starts with finding a quarterback, adding legitimate weapons, and rebuilding a roster that has been gutted by bad contracts and short-sighted moves.